Beardo Benjo.
You know, every time I return to this game in VR, I'm always blown away by just how good it is. By just how good it looks, how well it performs, and I'm just awestruck that I can play the entirety of Grand Theft Auto 5 in VR if I want to. You know, if I want to play this whole game in VR with amazing 3D visuals and in just the most immersive way possible, I can. That's an option that I have available to me thanks to an unofficial mod. This is not an official port, and I find that amazing. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all well. Please do bear with me today because I'm making one of these ranty, no script videos where I just talk about a subject matter or a topic that means a lot to me, and I want to open the floor up to you guys as well. Please do put comments down below and let's continue this discussion. Today could potentially be quite a dark day for the modding community and the VR modding community in particular. Now, Grand Theft Auto is an absolute juggernaut. Grand Theft Auto 5 in particular is just... it's huge. It's a Goliath in terms of video game franchises, video game properties. GTA 5 is almost untouchable. The game came out in 2013. 2013! And that's a UFO. Didn't expect to see that. The game came out in 2013 and the UFO's gone. And it still appears in the top selling games lists almost every month. Here in the UK, in May of 2022, it was 13th in terms of best selling video games in the boxed retail market. The game came out in 2013. Who is still buying GTA 5? Everyone at this point surely owns a copy of GTA 5. Are people forgetting that they own it and then they're buying it again? 1 or 2 times more? It's crazy to me. I feel like when the Earth is decimated by a nuclear blast or climate change finally gets us all, copies of GTA 5 will still be being sold. It's just that big. This game is huge. Now, not only is this game huge and amazing, it's also one of my favourite VR mods. This VR mod here was created by Luke Ross. I'm sure a lot of people in the VR community know him. He makes the Real mods, R-E-A-L mods. And he's done these for Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Cyberpunk, GTA, Red Dead, Mafia, amongst others. He's done a huge amount of these VR mods, and I'm a big fan of them. I think they're fantastic. But Take-Two, the parent company of Rockstar, have caught wind. They now know that these mods exist, and I have my theories as to why, and I'll get onto that in just a moment, but they know that these mods exist, and they have issued a cease and desist, or a DMCA takedown, on possibly these mods. We don't know right now. And that makes me want to jump off this. It makes me sad. But don't worry. There's hope yet. That was like a cool metaphor for everything. The current situation is this. Luke Ross has received a DMCA takedown request from Take-Two. Now, he has asked for Take-Two to elaborate further on that request. Exactly what is it that they want removed? Is it the mod itself? Because it isn't just GTA. It's Red Dead, it's Mafia. There's multiple VR mods from Luke Ross that use his framework, which he's built himself, to get these games running in VR. Is that what they're going after? Or is it just they don't want any official assets, artwork, pictures, IP on his Patreon, because that might blur the lines between affiliating Rockstar with Luke, and they don't want to be affiliated. At this point in time, we don't really know, but it could be that Take-Two want these mods dead. They want to kill them, they want to remove them for one reason or another. And, can I land in there? No! Oh! Oh, dude, that was almost so amazing. And you just had to ruin it. You big old shit. That's what you get. Did Franklin just do a really bad swear then? Am I allowed that on the channel? Oh my god, I'm going to have to bleep the slur. Right, I've caused a problem. I'm going to have to destroy everything. Oh! before I pick back up on my thought trail. Because otherwise the police are going to come for me and it's going to be a whole situation. So we'll just deal with this. No, I've missed. We'll just deal with this. Come on, come on! Nah, he's getting away. We'll just deal with this and then I'll pick back up on my train of thought. Where are the police? There. Oh, that was nearly that is not a policeman. That is not a policeman. That is a policeman. And he's a dead policeman. The only good policeman is a dead policeman. Oh no, don't quote me on that. That sounds horrible. Jesus! They're going to come for me. They're going to think I'm some kind of terrorist. Now? Too far. Overshot it. Not that one, though. Not that one. And you. Who else? Who else wants a piece? Who else wants a piece of my magnificent grenade launcher? Get out of here. Hello there, sir. Nope, not high enough. There. Nope. Okay. There. There. One of them will hit. Maybe not. Ah, two. There. Oh. Oh, oh. Yes. That felt so sweet. Hello, mate. Who are you? Get off the roof. Oh, he's dead. Alright, that's cool. Because that means I can carry on my trail of thought, which got completely derailed by the brutality of this game. Hello. How are you? Have you heard that the GTA 5 VR mod might be getting removed from... Oh, okay. Distribution. They don't care. They're not fussed. Hi, mate. Have you heard that the Red Dead Redemption 2 and... Ah! What the f... Get off me! I'm trying to tell you that the GTA 5 VR mod might be removed from the internet. Don't be a dick. What? Ah! Gee, come on. That's what you get. Yeah? Yeah? I'm trying to do you a favour. Trying to give you a PSA. Little bitch. Hey guys, did you hear that the GTA 5 VR mod might be getting removed from the internet?
Yes, I can come anytime for an interview.
As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by those angry policemen, the GTA 5 VR mod, the Red Dead 2 VR mod, and the Mafia Trilogy VR mods are all under threat. This DMCA Takedown request from Take-Two could mean, in the worst case scenario, the absolute scorched earth scenario, that they have to be removed from the internet. They could turn around and say that Luke needs to remove them from his Patreon. They need to disappear. He can't distribute them anymore, and he can't profit off of them anymore. And I'll come back to the profit bit in a minute, because I think that's a real key part of why this DMCA Takedown request has come about. The more I think about it, the more I think about the profit side of things. And yeah, I will touch on that in just a moment. So that's the worst case scenario. Worst case scenario is these mods are gone. Now, if that's the case, I would urge you all to grab the GTA 5 VR mod right now. Even if you're not planning on playing it. Even if you're not planning on playing it right now, grab it, put it in cold storage, freeze it until the day you fancy playing it. You know, just have the file. You can get this completely for free via GitHub, and I will put a link in the description. Might be a bit dangerous, but I will put a link in the description to the GitHub where you can download this and you can start playing it in VR right now. It's one of the very best VR mods out there, and it would be a crying shame if this disappeared and was no longer available for anybody to play. Now that I think about it, I think GTA 5 VR is the VR mod I've spent the most amount of time in total so far. I think Alien Isolation is getting very close, because I've almost completed that game, so that's certainly catching up. And Dark Souls VR will no doubt get very close as well when I reach the end of the game. But at this point in time, GTA 5 is definitely, almost definitely, the VR mod that I have the most hours in. It's just so easy to sit in here for countless hours. Shut up, Trevor. I will shoot the plane down. It's just so easy to come back in here and just spend countless hours roaming around Los Santos, just flying the helicopters, flying the planes, driving around the streets, causing chaos, going on rampages, or playing the story, because you can do all of that in VR. So this is currently the one I've played the most, and it is probably the one that I think is the best. It performs really, really well. The visuals are stunning, the 3D's great, and it's free. It's free on GitHub, so this one has an edge over all the others. Now, all these mods prove one thing. They prove that the VR community are hungry for AAA products in VR. You know, this GTA one, as I've said a couple of times now, is completely free. So anyone can get hold of this and play it. You just need to go to GitHub and download the files. But Luke's other mods are available exclusively through his Patreon, and he currently has enough Patreons. You're going down, son. You're going down. Oh my god, this looks amazing. I'm just replaying some of my favourite missions, because I thought that would be fun today. This is going to be insane. Oh god. Luke currently has enough Patreons to make $20,000 a month off the back of his incredible VR mods. Now, I do truly believe that modders should be compensated for the work they put in. He is using his Patreon as a means to pay his rent, as a means to eat. And he's churning these VR mods out at such a rate that, you know, Patreons have something to look forward to almost every single month. And it's no small feat. The work that goes into creating these mods is huge. So on one hand, on one side, I do think, yep, having the Patreon completely justified. Jesus! And using the Patreon and the work he puts in to fund his life and pay his rent, you know, I think it's justified. But, and it's a big old but, there is also another part of me that completely and utterly understands why Take-Two would come for somebody who was making any kind of profit off of any of their IP. Now, Luke isn't selling GTA. You still need to own a full legal copy of the game. But he is still undoubtedly profiting off of the IP in one way or another. And I think that's the bit that scares me. That's the bit that makes me think Take-Two with this DMCA request might be going after not just the assets and the artwork on his Patreon, but they might be going after the whole thing. They might be going after the whole kit and caboodle. They want to shut this whole thing down. At least that's how it feels. Oh god, I've gone the wrong way. Jesus. At least that's how it feels to me. Now, I really want to be wrong, but there is a precedent here. Take-Two have shut down mods in the past that kind of threaten their own options for future expansion or future releases. They've shut down a couple of Vice City map mods. Mods that aimed to add the entirety of Vice City to games like Grand Theft Auto 5. They were shut down because that encroaches on Take-Two and Rockstar's ability to, at some point in the future, profit from some kind of... Hold on. That encroaches on Take-Two and Rockstar's ability to profit at some point in the future from a Vice City expansion to Grand Theft Auto 5, or a re-release of Vice City, much like they just had with the Grand Theft Auto remastered trilogy. You know, they just put a new version of Vice City out there into the wild, and before doing so they closed down a ton of mods, including a map mod that was going to put Vice City into Grand Theft Auto 5, because doing that would encroach on their ability to monetize the official product. Now, I don't currently think Rockstar or Take-Two have any plans to make a GTA 5 VR, but if they ever wanted to in the future, if they ever wanted to explore that option, then the extremely lucrative IP of GTA 5 VR is already tied in such a huge way to Luke Ross and these mods. And shutting down... These guys need to die, by the way. Shutting down... That was overkill. I do feel a bit bad. Shutting down Luke and his mods... I don't know if he's dead, but he is now. Shutting down Luke's mods is a way to regain control for Take-Two and for Rockstar. You know, they gain back the control, and then if they ever do explore making a GTA 5 VR in the future, it is 100% them. It's all on them. It's a monetizable product, it's a business opportunity, and it's not tied to anyone other than Take-Two and Rockstar. So that's my big worry. I do think that, as much as I hope this DMCA request will go away and it will just be a takedown of any assets that are tied to Luke's Patreon. So he does use some assets and some logos and things on the Patreon. I've seen the Red Dead logo, and there maybe are some images throughout. You know, best case scenario, I hope it's that. But the more I think about it, the more I think this is a scorched earth scenario where they just want options. They want to shut this down because this eats into their options for future expansion and future monetization as a business. And that sucks. It sucks for modding. It sucks for the VR community. It sucks. It really, really does suck. And I don't know what the answer is. Would it be different if Luke wasn't monetizing these mods via Patreon? I don't know, but I can't help but think it might be. Casually leave the area after shooting down a plane and murdering the pilot, and everything will be fine. Now, just recently, The Verge did a whole article about Luke and about his mods, and the focus of the article wasn't really the mods. The focus of the article was the money he made off the back of the Patreon. The title of the article was about the money he made off the back of the Patreon. It wasn't about the great work he was doing for VR. It was about just how much cash there is and potential there is to monetize these kind of products. And I don't think it's a coincidence that just a few days after that article went live, this DMCA request turns up from Take-Two. I think those two things are completely and utterly tied to each other. That's gone. That's done. I think you'd be foolish to think the two things weren't tied to each other. You know, this article comes out saying this modder is making $20,000 a month modding your favourite VR games. I think the title to the article was something very similar to that. And then, yeah, a week later, maybe 2 weeks later, DMCA Takedown request from Take-Two comes in. Apologies if you can't see anything at all. I've just got on a bike and he's put on a helmet, and that might be obscuring your vision. So I hope you can still see the game, or at least a portion of the game. But apologies if you can't. Now, I would be absolutely devastated if more DMCA Takedown requests came from this article in The Verge. Now, I can't say for sure that the article is what has set this chain of events in motion, but the close proximity to the article being released and the DMCA Takedown request from Take-Two suggests that there is certainly some kind of correlation. Now, if From Software, CD Projekt Red and Guerrilla went after the Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Cyberpunk and Horizon Zero Dawn mods, that would be a dark day indeed, and that would set a pretty scary and upsetting precedent for mods in general. But typically, mods in the past have been free. They've been made available to everyone. They've been a hobbyist activity, something that people do for fun or just to kind of see if they can. And I think that the profiting off of the back of the mods really is the crux of the matter here. I do have an overriding theory and feeling that the reason this takedown request has even happened, because this mod has been available for years, and I have to believe that they've known about it in some capacity for some period of time. I find it hard to believe that they're just now finding out about this mod. No way. How is that possible? You know? No way. No way. That's better. I just have to believe that Rockstar and Take-Two have been aware of this mod for quite some time, and it's just the showcasing of the monetary value that's being made off the back of it that set things off. Mods typically are free. They always have been, you know? And I think that the work that goes into a mod more than deserves payment. I've always felt that way. You know, donating to modders to support the work they do feels like the right thing to do. But maybe locking a mod behind a paywall is where things change, and where we might start to see more battles between modders and the companies that own the IP that they're modding. If modders choose to lock that work behind a paywall, that's potentially when issues are going to arise. Get out of there! This is another one of my favourite missions. I think I'll do this and then I'll wrap up the video. Hello mate, I like your bucket hat. It's very cool. I can never pull off bucket hats. I think I've got a weird shaped head for them. I just stick to like dad caps. Look, there's a bum up there, look. Nice bum. And it says remember to wipe. I won't read what that one says. Over there it says pants down, dick out. So that's good. Seeing all these little details is just insane. I know you can play the game in first person anyway, like flat screen, but seeing them in VR with the 3D and just kind of feeling like you are Trevor is such a special experience. And I do hope that some kind of agreement, some kind of, I don't know, something is sorted out so that these mods don't disappear and so that we can continue to see these incredible mods being created. Luke's mods don't hook into the code of the game. He doesn't have access to the code of the game. It's something that kind of sits on top and injects the VR in. I don't know enough technically, but I know he isn't actually messing with any of the code of the game itself because he doesn't have access to that. So his real VR program or system or engine is something he's built himself. But I guess that doesn't matter. If Take-Two see him profiting off of their IP, they're probably going to shut it down. So this video is kind of just a discussion point. I'm really torn down the middle. I hate the fact that these mods might disappear, but as a logical person, I can kind of understand why I think Take-Two are going for them. I think we might be in a very different situation if the mods were all publicly available for free via something like Nexus or GitHub and Luke survived on donations, but I understand that donations aren't going to pay his rent necessarily, and that's probably why he set up the Patreon. So I'm split down the middle. I understand all the sides of this, or all the sides that I possibly can understand. I do get why Take-Two would want to shut this down. And I also get why Luke feels like he's doing nothing wrong. Okay, can we go? Can we go? Can we go? Can we go? I forgot to fly the planes. I forgot to fly the planes. I'm interested to know where you guys sit on this. Personally, oh my god, here we go. I'm really interested to know where you all sit on it. Please do leave some comments down below. I'm gutted that it might be the end of at least some of these mods. I really hope that isn't the case. Fly as low as possible, easy. I am going low. Look how bloody low I am, mate. I'm like right in the sea, you stupid dick. Stop telling me I'm flying high. I'm literally like 2 feet away from the floor. Oh my god, I love this. Sitting in the cockpit of a plane or a helicopter in GTA in VR is so good. It's easily on par with most VR flight sims. It isn't as complex, you know, and I can't reach out and touch the buttons, but the feeling of it is so good. The feeling of speed, the feeling of height. Stop it. Stop telling me I'm too high. It's absolutely incredible. And it's one of the reasons I would be distraught if this disappeared. Now, I obviously already have a copy of this downloaded, and I'm going to keep it that way. I'm probably going to make a backup copy as well, just in case. But yeah, let me know what you think about this whole situation in the comments down below. Do you think the mods were going to get taken down regardless? Do you think it's a result of the mods being locked behind a paywall of sorts? Do you think it's just a unique thing for Take-Two because they're quite a controlling company? There has been precedent in the past where they've shut down other mods. I'm curious to know what other people's insights are into this situation. I think with a situation as delicate as this, it's never going to be black and white. It's never going to be a simple answer to any of the questions that we might have right now. But it's good to talk about it, I think, and discuss exactly what could happen and prepare for what could happen. Because this could have an impact on VR mods in general. Here we go, we're gaining altitude, we're gaining altitude. Okay, it's open. The hangar's open. We can fly in. We can fly in. Right, let's see if I can actually get in. God, it's so hard to like maneuver. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Line up. Line up. Line up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Line up. Line up. Line up. Oh my god. Down. Oh. Oh my god. That did not look like I made it in. Holy shit. Take that. Take that. Take that. Take that. Take that. Take that. Here we go. Here we go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh my god, this is amazing. This is so good. Oh shit. Whee! This is so good. Right, who's alive? Are you alive? No, he's dead. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? Take that, mate. This is just. Oh, hello. Hello there, sir. Jesus Christ. No, die. Jesus Christ. This is such an incredible example of just why this is amazing in VR. Alright, now I'm flying this plane. Holy moly, look at this! So good. It's like I'm flying a proper big commercial jet. I don't think I've really done this in VR before. It feels huge. This thing feels absolutely huge. There's no way I can land this. If you want me to land it, you have no hope in hell. Oh, that's jets. That's jets. They're shooting me. They're shooting me. They're shooting me. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, we gotta get out. We gotta get out. We gotta get out. What the flip? Oh my. Okay. Right, we're driving out of the plane. We're driving out of the plane. That's happening. Off we go. Holy shit! Sheesh! What? Oh my god! Oh my god! Am I upside down? I don't even really know anymore. There's the plane. I should probably jump out, right? Holy... I gotta jump out. Do I have a parachute? Do I have a parachute? There's the plane. Parachute to safety. There we go. Oh, nice. That plane is definitely crashing. Oh my god, that was incredible. That was kind of a perfect example of why we want VR mods, why we want VR products, why we love these VR AAA conversions. We can't get many experiences like that in native VR. There just aren't enough companies that are putting the time and the money and the resources into investing in VR gaming right now. So these VR mods are huge for us as gamers and players and lovers of VR. And right now, they might be under threat, or at least some of Luke Ross's VR mods, including this GTA 5 one, are under threat. I really do hope that the resolution here is positive. I really do hope that we don't lose these mods. As I've said many times now, download this one as quickly as you can, grab it from GitHub, and have it there just in case it does disappear. I am hoping there's a good ending to this story, but I'm also preparing for the fact that there might not be. Please let me know down in the comments what you think. Do you think that this could be avoided if the mods were made free? Do you think it's tied to the paywall on Patreon? Or do you think it's simply Take-Two going after anything they can go after because they can go after it? The work that modders do is absolutely invaluable, and it isn't just VR modders, but all modders are the absolute heart of the gaming community. And I do hope this situation doesn't lead to more mods being shut down and more opportunities being squashed for gamers to play their games in new, unique and exciting new ways. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you have, please do leave a like, leave a comment and hit subscribe. And I'll see you very soon for another one. Take care of yourselves. Download this mod now while you still can. See you later.